As mentioned, planning meals and snacks ahead of time can help to promote nutritious and well-balanced meals. Recent literature has found that planning meals ahead of time is associated with higher rates of fruit and vegetable consumption. A simple and effective way to plan nutritious and colorful meals is by following the My Plate model. My Plate, which replaced the food guide pyramid about 10 years ago, was designed to visually grab the consumer's attention, replicating a familiar mealtime plate. And when used during meal and snack times, My Plate helps with portion control and promotes eating a variety of essential nutrients to optimize our health. So the image on the bottom right is a sample meal that utilizes this model. It includes low-fat, unflavored milk as the dairy. Half the plate is filled with fruits and vegetables. About a quarter of the plate is filled with grains, and we recommend making at least half your grains whole grains. And the final quarter is protein, emphasizing lean, low-fat protein sources as much as possible. When it comes to choosing fruits and vegetables, variety is key. I always say try to eat the rainbow because all the different colors offer different phytochemicals. Phytochemicals include, and I'm going to get a little sciencey here, but they include antioxidants, pigments, carotenoids, flavonoids, and so on. And what's important about these is that they're shown to prevent heart disease, hypertension, diabetes, and even some cancers. A good rule of thumb is to always look for what's on sale when it comes to fruit and vegetables, because if it's on sale, it's typically in season and super tasty. For more information, you can visit the links on the bottom of each image, which is choosemyplate.gov. There are a lot of great resources and information for kids and adults here. Here's a great handout that was created by our very own dietitian, Julie Palmer, and this handout can be found on Healthy. It's a great tool if you just don't know where to start in the meal planning process but are looking to plan more balanced meals. So basically, you want to choose 3 of each of the following categories to prepare and assemble into meals throughout the week. Whether you're a day-by-day, week-by-week, or even a 2-week menu planner, this tool can help contribute variety, balance, and nutrients to your meals. I want to highlight the pro tip near the top, where it suggests that you may want to keep your list of 3s on your fridge or somewhere visible in your home for inspiration. Another way to optimize your diet and plan your meals nutritiously is by adopting the stoplight diet, where you categorize your grocery list depending on whether it's a go, slow, or whoa food. The stoplight diet has actually been around since the 1970s, and it was originally used for pediatric weight loss. However, in my years as a dietitian, I find that this tool can be a simple but effective way for adults as well as kids to think about their diet in a way of proactively identifying the nutritious qualities of food. I also like this tool because it teaches us that all foods can fit into a healthy diet. There aren't simply good foods and bad foods, as we tend to categorize them. Here we have the basic principles of the stoplight diet. Go foods are those you should focus on eating the most because they're the most nutritious. They're high in vitamins, minerals, and fiber, as well as lower in things like unhealthy fats and added sugar. Some quick examples would be fruits, vegetables, water, whole grains, which we'll talk more about later, and grilled chicken. Portion size is also something to be aware of because even too much of a go food every day isn't ideal. Balance is key. Next, slow foods are sometimes foods where they aren't the most nutritious, but they aren't the least nutritious for the calories. Examples might be salted pretzels, greater than 6 ounces of 100% fruit juice, low-fat chocolate milk, and some fattier cuts of meat. And finally, we have whoa foods. These are the highest in saturated fat, sugar, and calories, while lowest in nutrition. Examples of whoa foods would be things like candy bars, donuts, cakes, cookies, French fries, chicken nuggets, pop, and processed meats like bacon and pepperoni. I'd like to point out that these are still foods that we can enjoy occasionally, but maybe not every day. In other words, we want to enjoy our whoa foods every once in a while. Here, I'd like to say that the dose makes the poison. Here's another handout you should see in Healthy for week 3, and it's a Go Slow Whoa meal planning tool. Before you plan your meals and make your grocery list, I challenge you to take inventory of your pantry and fridge and categorize the foods you have into what you perceive to be go slow or whoa food and drinks. I love this exercise because it can help you assess the nutritional quality of the foods you already have, which can help you decide if you should opt for more nutritious foods when you go to the store next. For example, you might realize that you have more whoa foods than any other category. From there, you can make adjustments such as swapping out potato chips for baked pita chips next time you shop, or pop for flavored carbonated water, or frozen French fries for whole potatoes that you can then home bake into fries. I really hope that you find this tool as helpful as I do. So far, we've talked about the benefits of meal planning and how to assess and enhance the nutritional quality of your meals. Now we're going to dive into methods for planning out your meals. One of the best practices for planning menus is using a cycle menu. A cycle menu is a series of menus that's repeated over a specific period of time, such as 1 week, 2 weeks, or even 4 weeks. The menu is different each day during the cycle, and at the end, the menu is repeated. The cycle menu method allows for more accurate forecasting and use of equipment and food resource needs. It allows for bulk buying of ingredients, which reduces time spent on food purchasing and saves on food costs. There's a reduction in food waste when successfully tested recipes are planned again. It gives you the ability to incorporate different textures, colors, and flavors into your meals, which is great for those who have picky eaters at home. And it gives you the flexibility to modify menus and make swaps for food based on sales, seasonality, and so on. Here is a menu template that I like to use when helping clients to menu plan. This can be used for adults as well as those who have children because, as you can see, it outlines the minimum serving sizes by age group for 1 to 12-year-olds. I like this spreadsheet because it allows you to plan meals ahead of time, plus it reminds you to consider each food group during your planning process, making it more likely that you'll prepare a balanced and nutritious meal. A tip when planning meals in advance is to always keep a running low list in your house and always plan meals based on the foods you already have. You may want to keep this running list somewhere accessible, such as your refrigerator. I've included this handout in Healthy as well, so you can download and print it out or save as many copies as you'd like to your computer. And although it's not a requirement, please feel free to create a menu and have your assigned dietitian give you feedback and tips on it. Here are some additional considerations to have while menu planning. First, you want to ask yourself, who will be home? Are you preparing for 1, 2, or more? Next, time is of course a huge consideration. How much time will you have to prep a meal? Do you have 30 minutes or less? 30 to 60 minutes? Will you be able to put something in the oven, then go exercise, then enjoy your meal? And yes, you can absolutely take advantage of cooking time to implement some productivity such as exercise. Or will your day just be so crazy that there is no way you'll be able to prepare a meal at home? If you anticipate these types of nights, plan on leftovers, the slow cooker, or plan to eat out that night. If you feel that you have very little time to sit down and plan a week's worth of meals, and here I'm talking no more than 5 to 10 minutes, which I think we can all find time to carve out once a week. But if this is you, I recommend you prioritize dinner. Breakfast and lunch tend to be more grab and go and are a way to utilize leftovers. So items for breakfast and lunch can be directly added to your grocery list. Dinner, on the other hand, usually takes a little more planning. And finally, if you're planning a meal or meals with family or a roommate or friend, you might want to ask for any special requests for meals. And this helps get everyone involved and part of the process.